let's talk a little bit about veganism.
Okay.
Veganism really, really shot up in popularity. When was it? Would you say about like 5 years ago? It kind of became like a staple word in wellness.
Yes. Yes.
And people have strong feelings about it, and
Yeah.
people associate it a lot with health and wellness. But when it comes to clean beauty and things like that, would it, somebody could have a simple thought like, well, I'm not vegan in what I eat, so does that mean like I'm eligible to use like vegan products? Like, how does that apply towards, skincare and beauty?
Yeah, well, I think with skincare and beauty, there's so many beautiful raw material options that are, they don't test on animals.
Yeah.
And I think because, vegan is, no animal byproducts. And also within that is the cruelty free, where there's no testing on animals. So there's so many great options out there that are to animal derived ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think in beauty, whether you eat vegan or not, this is a way for you to make a more sustainable choice, for the planet, for the health of yourself, for others, for the environment, for the planet. And so I think that you do not have to be vegan in how you're eating to make a choice to use vegan beauty care products. But I think it's a wonderful choice to make with beauty care because it's compassionate. It's a compassionate choice. It's a healthy choice. And so obviously, we launched our brand as a vegan brand. That was one of our main tenets. So I definitely think it's an important choice to make in beauty.
Do you see compassion and kindness being more something that this upcoming generation, like Generation Z, like teenagers and people entering the workforce, do you see more of that being something that they're pursuing when it comes to purchasing certain brands?
I think with Generation Z, I have 2 Zers. So I think with them, the compassion it's like social justice based, and it's really about inclusivity. And so I think that's kind of the aspect of compassion and empathy, really seeing, being empathic, that you can see different people's perspective and really look through their eyes and through their lens, and just this really amazing sense of social justice and inclusivity. So I do, and vegan is part of that, and clean beauty is definitely a part of that. So it's an important for the Z generation from a real social justice perspective. It's like better for the planet, better for people, better for the planet. There's that social justice, citizen of the world ethos that's behind that drive and longing for cleaner beauty and clean ingredients.
Yeah. I think that the parent today, whether they just had a baby, but any parent should be really, really aware of and not underestimate the power of how these children are going to grow up in a world where they are going to demand brands to be empathetic and compassionate and use kindness, and they are going to use their purchasing power for that. I think today with the internet, children, I mean, I don't know about you, but children like run the home. They do so much online shopping.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It is really, really incredible. So I think parents really need to be aware that even if they are not on board with vegan products, even if they have a hard time mentally kind of understanding, oh, well, I can go to the drugstore and this is cheaper. But the generation that's coming up now, like the younger generation, is going to lead the older generation, and they're going to help them understand, hey, this is more sustainable. This is what sustainability means. Like our planet is in a very, very different place from when it was mom, dad, 25 years ago when you were coming up.
Yeah, and it's also important, like the brand, you know, beyond the clean beauty aspect of a brand and making that choice, it's kind of how inclusive is the brand. You know, they're also there because that generation is very inclusive. They want to make sure that they're choosing brands that are inclusive, you know, in their aesthetics and their you know, social media platforms, and that they're expressing kindness and charity and support, and, you know, that they're getting involved, that they're looking to connect with brands that share their social justice values. So they're looking at that, and the sustainability and the clean beauty, and it's a whole package. And, you know, everything that Spa Ritual has been from the beginning, it's really, I've always said, it was always for us, our mission and vision was it's a holistic proposition, you know, and all of that is part of that, you know, that's what makes it whole. You know, is it sustainable? Is it, what, you know, the ingredients, are they clean? You know, what are we doing to support the greater good out into the world?
And you don't have to be, I think people segregated in the past, like, that's not who I am. I'm not a tree hugging hippie. I'm not living on a commune. I'm not this. It's just the way, it's the direction I see in which the world is moving, and I'll prove it to you. So the other day I had this beautiful mom come in, as pregnant as can be, with a 3-year-old at home. And she told me this story because we were talking about disposable masks and latex gloves and how it's an issue right now with pollution. And her 3-year-old was in the car with her. They were running on an errand. And the 3-year-old saw someone on the street, like, throwing away something. And the 3-year-old went ballistic, and she started saying, "Mom." She was really upset. She was like, "Mom, littering is wrong." And she's 3, and she has full capacity of understanding this. So her mother told me a story. She you know, pushed the button to have the window come down, and I think they were passing by a grocery store or something. She yelled outside, "Littering is wrong, everybody," like 3 times. And the mother was like, "Oh my gosh." But she could see the child's conviction in that. And again, she's just a toddler. Like, that is amazing. So it's not so much in my eyes about, oh, this is trending, or, oh, this is popular. This is just kind of what's happening. So, there's just an awareness, a self-awareness, and awareness of our responsibility to ourselves, and our responsibility to others, and a responsibility to the planet. And it's wonderful to see that in this generation. Oh, I know. It's very exciting, but I'm just amazed at how adamant they are. What would you say to somebody who, you know, coming up with documentaries on, like, healthy eating, and I think there's this sometimes, like, obsessive compulsive overwatching, like, too much knowledge, and it can create, like, a fear inside of you. And that's not healthy either, right? So do you have any tips on how to keep yourself informed and educated, but not, like, just feed into this, you know, constant, like, watching these documentaries and becoming, like, paranoid? I mean, it's a balance, you know, it's like anything in life, everything in moderation. So, you know, when I think you can catch yourself if you start feeling, you know, if you're pursuing the, you know, a cleaner, healthier life of wellness and well-being, then it should feel really good and really just peaceful. You know, there's this like a peaceful, healthy feeling that, you know, kind of signals that, okay, I'm on the right path here in terms of, you know, my well-being. You know, if you start feeling fearful or scared or angry or judgmental, I mean, anger and, you know, I mean, that definitely pushes about, you know, movements and makes change and everything. But if you're getting to a place where it's just becomes obsessive or compulsive, then that is, you know, a signal to you that
maybe things are, got a little bit out of balance, and, I would say go take a walk or get into nature and just calm, your central nervous system is a bit, out of whack, and you need to just bring your body back into homeostasis. So, get a massage, or, do a at-home self-care ritual, meditate. So, don't overwhelm your system with the negative part, because it can get overwhelming. It is upsetting when you start researching and realizing, the unhealthy things that have been sold to us or offered to us. And so, but just know that, we have a choice. And so we can start choosing healthier everything, in every aspect of our life, then, that can bring us to a place of balance. So I just say, moderation. If you feel yourself being more, you have to know yourself, enough that, okay, this is a little bit compulsive, or this is a little obsessive, or I feel more fear and anger. That's a little bit out of balance. Like, how can I get myself back to, some more peaceful and, well-being? And so that's it. It's like, it's just rebalancing yourself a bit when you realize that.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think it's what you expose yourself to. And I love what you said about pay attention to how you feel when you're watching those things. Pay attention to, basically these are good things. The pursuit of a cleaner, healthier skincare regimen or beauty regimen, all these things should invoke feelings of peace, because it is something that it's healthy, and it should be natural that you're happy about it. But it is really hard to go down the rabbit hole, because the internet can be all consuming. And can really have you spiral. So I love that you really brought that to light. And I think just what I would also say is, for me, realizing that I didn't grow up that way. I actually grew up with a terrible diet and just kind of buying anything. And then slowly just giving yourself grace and giving other people grace, knowing that not everyone started with the foundation of clean beauty and clean ingredients, and just making small changes. Focus on the things that you consume every day. So if you put moisturizer on your skin every day, and that's part of your natural routine anyways, just start little by little. Like, maybe start with a moisturizer, and then maybe start with something else and another product. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm cleaning house, and nobody in
Baby
this house
steps.
is gonna just slowly transition. And I love the fact that you mentioned being judgmental, because it's really easy, right, to get on this high horse of like this self-righteous attitude, like, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that. The best way that you can advocate, I think, a cleaner lifestyle is just by showing by example. And then also just being loving about it and being patient. People are not on board with you.
Exactly.
So, Shel, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I love your voice and your message. I'm excited for Spa Ritual. Is there anything new that Spa Ritual is doing that you want to share?
Well, we are launching a dry brush tool. It's coming out in September, and we're super excited about that.
Okay, good.
I've been using a dry brush as part of my self-care ritual for many, many years now, before I get into the shower. And I'm really excited about that tool, because it's just incredibly invigorating, and, there's so many great benefits, and it's just a beautiful ritual to add to your self-care practice.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Do you have a launch date for that, more or less?
So probably like September 15th.
Oh my gosh.
And it's all sustainable. It's just FSC certified beechwood, and the brush is, vegan and sustainable, and we're really excited about it.
I think that is such a great thing. I'm all about that. So that's super exciting. Please tell everybody where they can find your book, the name of your book once more, and the website they can visit, or any way that they can support.
Exactly. Thank you. So my book you can find on Amazon, and it's called Slow Beauty, Rituals and Recipes to Nourish the Body and Feed the Soul. And you can find all of our Spa Ritual products at sparitual.com. You can also follow us at Spa Ritualist on Instagram.
Excellent. I'm so excited, Shel. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day, and I'll
You
talk
too.
to you.
Okay, great. All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.